are back. Oh, what a good day it's been. It's Jordan the Man's birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan. We just gave him a sweet light up mouse pad.
We got it for Mark.
For his birthday. So. Now him and Spicy and Jordan the Man have that, and I just have a crappy one. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Dude, but when your birthday hits, we'll probably get it for you.
It's optimized for all sensitivities.
Dude, no, what I want is by then, hopefully they have the long mouse pad. That's what I want. That fully lights up, that you put your keyboard on, too.
Oh, well, see, you can get both, like what I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have the long mouse pad and that high sensitivity.
Good point. Welcome, everybody. This is podcast number 243. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. It's Mr. McSpicy, Jord the Man, and I am X1. Welcome. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. If you're new to the show, let me be the first to say hello.
Bienvenido.
Can you name that movie or that show? Hello.
You quote it every week. Actually, every day.
I love it. That's where I get my life's philosophies.
That's my move. Hey, that's my move.
Philosophizing. We have a big announcement to make. We've been leading up to it all week. It's something that we've been working on. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, let's do it.
So you've been teasing this.
Been teasing it.
It's been teased.
It's been teased. It's been teased like, I don't know what gets teased.
I know it gets teased, and I can't say it on this family-friendly show.
Anyways, we wanted to make 2019. We want to make something, or we wanted to really bring our A game, bring something of high value. And so we have a show, a daily show. It's called the Gamer Daily News Show. It is up right now over on iTunes. It's on Stitcher, I believe. It's waiting to get approved on Spotify. But what it is it's news, gaming news, every single day, Monday through Friday, in under 10 minutes. In under 10 minutes, we hit all the big news stories, a little bit of commentary when we're feeling like it.
When you feel like saying something funny.
But join us, Gamer Daily News. That's Gamer Daily News. Go and search for it right now. In fact,
just 10
I'll
minutes
find the
a day.
link and put it in chat here in Mixer. 10 minutes a gay, gamerdailynews.com.
10 minutes a gay.
10 minutes a gay.
No, 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a gay. You're a pretty happy man. Let me tell you, your life improves. No, 10 minutes a day. Gamerdailynews.com. That's gamerdailynews.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Rate us, review us, help us rank up. I think we can hit the ground running. Man, I can't talk today.
It's okay. You're just excited about
about
all those pleasures.
Yeah, I think we can.
Pleasure points on that mouse pad, if you know what I'm saying.
I think we can hit the ground running and really get this big. I think this has a lot of high value. At least we hope it does. We hope you guys enjoy it. So go check it out, gamerdailynews.com or Gamer Daily News. Just search for us in iTunes and
new podcast.
It'll come right up. New podcasts.
New, fresh, under 10 minutes podcast. Blasting out to your ear holes.
5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. Subscribe, rate, review us. Guess what I played, guys? Ashen. I've been jumping into Ashen.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, it's on Game Pass. So good. So good.
I played it at E3.
Yeah, did you get to play it at E3
no,
before?
I skipped it. I went to Ori and the Blind Forest.
I mean,
it was right next to it. There was a line, and I said, Ori.
There was a line to Ashen?
Yeah, because there's only 2 monitors with it. Because remember, I was on the stage.
Yeah. You always remind me of that day, it feels like.
You're actually in the background during the Xbox Daily
Yeah, we
show.
should find that video, and I should use it as my avatar.
Well, you called me while you were on it. You're like, can you see me? I'm right here by the monitor. I'm right here. Yeah, that was funny. I'm like, I'm watching you on TV. Wave. Yeah, that was funny. So how are you liking it?
I really like it a lot. I love the artwork. I love that it just throws me in without a tutorial. It's a little bit faster speed than Dark Souls because that's what they call it. A Dark Souls light is how it's been described, and that probably accurately describes it. It's like a more casual man's Dark Souls. Really enjoy it. Love the artwork. Love the story. The story's pretty good too, but the fighting, so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's really enjoyable.
I enjoyed it when I played it.
Oh, and it's co-op. I haven't tried co-op yet.
Yeah, we didn't get to try co-op at E3
because there's only one monitor where we.
Yeah, we only had one monitor. They didn't have an extra controller.
Yeah, we weren't on stage. I didn't know if you knew.
Hey, speaking of Dark Souls, I watched a video this week. I don't know if it happened this week or if it happened last week, but some guy beat Dark Souls Remastered in 32 minutes. World record.
Yeah, cool.
Some of the I like watching the world records because some of the you're allowed to play the game as it sits, right? You know what I mean? Like as bugs and all, right? So it's really fun, especially the older like Mario 64 games and stuff like that.
Well, they have different events. Like they have no major glitches events.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then they have full on glitches where you can beat like Ocarina of Time in think like 23 seconds.
Nice.
Where you walk into a wall and then all of a sudden Ganon is dead.
No patches back then. Well, I was watching. It was basically just play the game as it sits, and there's some crazy skips in some of these games that you know that I don't know how people figure out. But
they have different events. It's really cool. I think
speed running
Games Done Quick has been going on for the last couple of weeks.
Well, and I think that's maybe what it was. Just a streamer doing it, but he did it in 32 minutes.
Yeah, I love.
He was the parrying king.
Oh,
which I mean, if you played Dark Souls, it's hard.
We call him the parrying king.
Yeah. I mean,
he's behind the wardrobe.
But yeah, when he parried, like it was like, oh, because you know how hard it is.
It's very hard. It's very hard. Well, probably easy to him when you practice for 1,000.
And that was
hours.
in Dark Souls, the first one, when they didn't even care to help you. Like when they're like, yeah, it's online, figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it might work. Our
maybe not.
Well, the reason I never practice parrying is because they'll kill you in one shot.
Yeah, if you screw up.
So why risk it? You know, I'll just dodge away and then die, and then get mad.
Good game.
You guys have been playing on PC, which we've talked a lot about. What's the next battle royale mode? You guys have been playing a game on PC that I think is the next battle royale mode, or at least the next iteration in it. I think. I've not played it, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I've watched it played. I've been watching streams of it. I think the concept is superior than what's out there right now for battle royale mode.
I mean, battle royale.
What's the game? First, we should probably say what the game is.
Escape from Tarkov. What I've been playing. It's a game that's been around for a while. As far as a closed beta, if you pre-order it, you can get access to the closed beta. And me and Jordan actually purchased it this last week.
Yeah,
right?
on sale.
It was on sale, so we
New
got
Year's
it.
sale, yeah.
And it's a fantastic
phenomenal.
Game. It's really good.
Glitches and all.
Yeah, I mean, you're okay with it because whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun game. When you say it's the next battle royale,
well, I think it's the next. It's an improve. It's like the iteration of it. So it's like one step up.
Yeah. So the game. Let me explain how the game works a little bit for those new to this game. It's a PC game. And it's think of it like in the Division you have the Dark Zone. Think of it, it's kind of like a Battle Royale Dark Zone.
On roids.
Yeah. Think of it, I guess, like that. It's kind of got its own flavor. But I think what makes it fun to play is it's refreshing. And one of the reasons Battle Royale had, that I enjoyed Battle Royale when it came out originally, when I first played it on Arma 2 and Arma 3 as the mods from PlayerUnknown, then on H1Z1, then et cetera. When that genre came out into mainstream, now that it's everywhere, is the fact that first-person shooters for a long time were stagnant. There really wasn't any improvement.
Rinse, wash, repeat.
Yeah,
exactly. And that I felt like I said it on the show many times. It was an evolution of team deathmatch, right? It was severely needed in the first-person genre.
Yeah.
First-person shooter genre. It had to happen. Now we've had Battle Royale for several years. I feel like Escape to Tarkov takes a different approach to that. It kind of feels like DayZ meets some sort of battle. It has DayZ feel.
Sure.
It has a lot of hints of other things that make it really fun. I find it's very fun.
It's really fun.
The feature that I enjoy is being able to take your equipment.
Yeah.
It's like a risk-reward
system.
Because you keep it, you get to level up your guy. I love that.
Yeah, because what you do is they call them raids, which is cool. But anyway,
you go on a map.
They have multiple maps. You go on a map. You take with you whatever you want: guns, weapons, armor, med kits, whatever you want. Right? You can deck your character out. If you die in that map, you're dead. One life, you're gone. All your stuff is lost.
It's lost, and the people that killed you can take your loot.
Take it, yeah. So, but same applies. If you kill someone else and take their really good loot, and then get to an extraction point like Dark Zone, and get out, and you don't got to wait like 5 minutes and fight a bunch of people. It's just it's 10 seconds, I think, something like that. 7 seconds, depending on your extraction.
Oh yeah, when you make it to.
But anyway, and then when you extract, you get everything that you got in that map. But that's why it's fun, because it's a risk reward. Do I take this weapon in because I could lose it?
So Super Saiyan in chat says, I feel like we don't need another battle royale. This is not
Saiyan.
Battle...
It's Saiyan.
Or Super Saiyan.
Saiyan.
Well, I'm reading it as Saiyan.
Okay.
You're right, but in Super Saiyan...
He's the weeb.
Super Saiyan 9000. I sincerely apologize for...
Over 9,000?
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. He's in chat right now. He says, I feel like we don't need another Battle Royale. I get that perspective, and what you probably would appreciate is something fresh to the first-person genre, and this is that.
Yeah.
It's not Battle Royale.
Yeah, it's less Battle Royale. It's Battle Royale-ish. Much how Destiny is MMO-ish, right?
Yeah.
Like that same kind of concept.
Before we had Team Deathmatch, we had Deathmatch. Before we had, it's something fresh.
It's an iteration. I mean, it's got elements of it, like your one life, your, I guess, getting loot.
You're getting loot, yeah. It has the DayZ feel where it's your heart. What this game does well is your heart rate accelerates at certain points, and then it's calm at other points.
What's cool about this game, now you can take that concept and put it with other games, which I think will be fun too, but what makes this game unique is it's very hardcore simulator.
Oh yeah, it's a
there's no cursor. Like even when you aim down sight with a scope, it's very different from like when you do it in Battlefield and Destiny and stuff like that. It's
much more Arma 3, right?
Yeah.
It's a simulator, so it's very complex. Which some people that listen to our show would appreciate that because it's more complex. You aren't going to have a lot of younglings.
Yeah, it's definitely a more
adult game because it's a simulator. So.
And you can emote flip people off, which is fantastic.
When I found that button, I said, Jordan, look at me, and I flipped him off in the game.
His character gave me the bird.
It's so cool.
And what's the name of the game again?
Escape from Tarkov.
It's just on PC right now. I could see this as a huge console hit.
Yeah, I could see
Hopefully it comes to console.
There's a lot of buttons, but who cares?
If this game doesn't come to console, there will be a game like it that comes to console. And I mean, frankly, that's fine with me. I waited 3 years before a Battle Royale game came to console, and I mean, Fortnite did it right? And we're getting good, fleshed out versions of Battle Royale that I really, really enjoy. So, it's a good game. So, Escape from Tarkov is what we've been playing this week. Me and Jordan. I actually bought the really expensive version.
Yeah, we all bought the normal edition, and then Mark wanted more bank space.
I bought the really expensive. So my name now has a crown by it.
Yeah,
was it $100?
It was $30 for the cheapo
on sale. Now it's like $40,
and I spent another $100 on it. So
to get the big boy version.
Yeah, because I was like, you know what?
Does it give you your alpha kit?
Yeah, you get more gamma. It's called the gamma kit.
Oh, is it a little bit bigger? How much bigger is it? Because I'm a 4x4 right now.
I'm a 3x3, so I got 9 slots.
9 slots, so I have 8. So you got 2 extra.
You have 4 slots. I have 9 slots.
Oh, in your gamma box. Because that is useful.
That's huge. So the gamma box.
I think your mic's just off slightly.
What do you mean? Am I not talking into the?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that sounds so
good.
Okay. There it is.
Sorry. The gamma box. What he's talking about, or the alpha box, is you can take. It's got inventory spaces like in Diablo, where you can put the guns around and puzzle piece them together. I kind of consider that like a mini game in itself, but you have one little pack that you can put stuff that people cannot take items from. So if you find a super rare attachment and
it's not big.
I have a bigger one than him because I bought the better version of the game and they gave me a better version. But you can put something in there that can't be looted, and so you can extract certain things from the game. But sorry, I will talk to the bike better.
And if you pay more money, you get a bigger one.
Yeah. I literally
just like in real life.
Win.
So Jordan,
it's not pay to win.
Jordan will be happy.
I
purchased a $100 video game.
I think I know which one it is. Well, if it's the next big one coming out, and I know you didn't get Kingdom Hearts 3.
Take a guess.
Anthem.
Nope.
What?
Nope. This game releases on March 4th.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I know what it is. It's actually in the, I put it, it's a big story.
I got the Ultimate Edition because I wanted the extra horse, the money, the extra costumes, the whole shot. Yeah. Black Desert Online, I got the Ultimate Edition.
Finally got a release date.
The $100 Ultimate Edition. Got a release date.
That's
March
awesome.
4th.
March
That's right.
4th. It's available for pre-order.
I wanted to call Jordan, but I thought I'd save it for the show because I know he'd be proud.
Well, what's funny is I was actually going to get that because your birthday's in March. Now we have to get you the mouse pad.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude. I'm really
AFK
excited.
fishing.
So here's my.
He needs that big awesome mouse pad for AFK fishing.
I do have
absolutely.
I wonder if Black Desert will do mouse and keyboard support.
I hope it does. I'll tell you what. I'll jump into mouse and keyboard support. I'm at a freaking desk. Can I tell you my complaint about the Xbox edition of the Razer keyboard?
I actually like it.
It's $299.
Okay.
Or it's a $199.
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, it's too damn expensive.
But it's cool.
But I could get a $5 keyboard that does the same thing at my desk. Now, if I was on a couch and I could afford it and sit away, that is nice because that's got the slide out thing for your mouse on your lap. I love it. That's sexy. But that
see,
price point,
my only
that
worry,
price point, I'm not jumping in.
My only worry about it was
another Xbox for that.
My only
price
worry
point.
about it was it being wireless.
So here's a question: why is it that much? I don't understand why it's that much.
I mean, it's not. It's
well,
nice.
I mean, how much is this?
Is it built in?
$60?
40.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Did you? Was it 60 when David bought it for my present?
Well, no, yours was 50% off for you, and I thought we paid like 30 or something for it.
This was still had a discount.
Is this the knockoff version?
34. This was 45.
That one's from China.
Yeah, this is
the new Razer keyboards are built in America.
The R is
That's
backwards.
why they're $250.
Death Star Destroyer says it's because it says Razer on it. That's why.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That's true.
Well, my only worry about it was it being wireless, but then I thought, well, I use a wireless controller, so I'm not that hardcore anyway. But you know, like when the pros go to tournaments, they always hardwire their controllers to get that faster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was worried about being a wireless keyboard.
So it's $250. That's more than a console.
I don't know if it's $250. I'll look it up right now, but it's at least $199. It's at least $199.
Okay,
I'm gonna get it.
Can someone in chat? Look that up for us? Someone in chat is on it.
I think Zulaba said $250.
You guys both just spent $100 on digital software. This at least is physical.
Yeah, but
with my digital software,
here's the deal.
I get a cool horse.
You're gonna think I'm crazy.
I get a cool digital horse, man.
And you can AFK fish.
Yeah, anyway, and you got more bank space.
Yeah. You're gonna think I'm crazy, Jordan. But so I've been playing Overwatch on my PC.
Yeah,
and I have a hybrid setup where my left hand is using the left joystick controller and the right hand is using the mouse. I'm telling you, I am legit.
You should get one of the Razer, I call them like the claws, but you know, when StarCraft came out, they're just that little thing that you put your hand on and has all your macros and the wheel right there, the old ball.
Yeah.
You should get one of those. I think you would benefit from it.
No, because that's the mouse. I get the benefit of having precise aim. At the same time, I can relax and be casual, but like at an angle of my desk
on your recliner.
Yeah, the controller's still on my gut, and I was just like, I actually pulled out. See the controller over there?
How do you hit your buttons? Do you just have it all on your mouse?
I'll show you. I'll grab the controller. I want to show you. I'm really.
It's $250 confirmed for the Razer keyboard.
I'm getting it.
It's nice. I mean, it does look nice. I will give it that.
Maybe it'll sync up with my pad.
But I'll just plug in. I've got a friggin' cheap Dell keyboard and a crappy Dell mouse. Well, actually, I would see. Here's the thing: you can get a decent mouse for $60.
Yeah,
I'll just get a decent mouse and a crappy keyboard.
Does it have the?
I'm at a desk now. If I could afford it, I would get the Razer one because it's nice. And if I was on a couch, I could sit back. I enjoy that. But I just think that price point is too high.
Here, let me show you this.
But if it does come, I would play Black Desert Online on mouse and
So
keyboard.
I did it. So I did this with my Elite controller. I think I'll show the camera too for everyone so they can see this.
It's called the Razer Turret. Oh,
that is a cool name. That is
so
a cool name.
I have the Elite controller right here, and I have the buttons right here where I can, do all that. So I have all my abilities.
So he's holding it up with his left
and so
hand.
I have
the Elite
D-pad,
controller.
up, down, left, right, and then on the Elite controller I have the buttons on the left, and then I use the mouse on the right side for the precision aim. And look at my notes.
You have notes? That is hilarious. They're like diagram drawings in case he forgets.
Like everybody. So here, these are my notes to what the buttons do on my controller and the mouse. So I can
stick it up next to your monitor. How do I fire? Oh yeah. Wait, reload. What's reload?
These are my notes.
There it is.
Actually makes it really fun. I'm half comfortable, half serious.
So you're probably
just how I want to be in a game.
So the reason it's $250 is, for one, I agree, it's the name, right? You're paying for the name, like Apple, right? You're paying for the name, right? But you are getting a high quality keyboard and wireless mouse. So, I mean,
you're not talking to the mic.
You are getting a high quality wireless keyboard and mouse.
No, that's true. Oh, and look, it like is all built into one, and it comes out, and the mouse pad is there. That is cool. But the thing is they already have this version. They have a 1.0 of this version that's only like $150.
That's because that version probably sucks. That's because
got you there.
Yeah. See, the 2.0 version's always better. like with iPhones, you get the 1.0 version, and then about 6 months later, you get the better one.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Okay, I can see.
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
You see what I
see
did?
I see what.
I mean, you can.
Okay, with that, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Oh, you don't give me enough time to do these audio cues. Okay, here we go.
Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Big
news.
Should we just talk about the
Some
elephant
big
in the room?
news. Let's just talk the divorce. The parents are fighting.
It's
awkward. I just go hang out in my room while they fight.
Yeah.
Play the Switch.
Play the Switch.
Yeah.
Because the Switch has nothing to do with this.
Just put your head down and don't
Did you
look.
know Dragon's Dogma's coming to the Switch?
Oh, yeah.
Side story.
Yes.
Have you guys
Excited
gotten
for that.
Smash yet?
No, my wife won't let me spend money.
No.
Well, that's...
I'm playing Ashen.
Do you want me to let you have money so you can play
Yeah.
Smash with me?
Yeah.
I will figure
Do
out
you have
a way.
Smash?
No, but I want to get
Oh, get off your high horse, Mark.
I've been watching a lot of stuff. It's my next game.
Well, I hear it's very competitive. Like if you're a
Well, of
hardcore
course it's Smash.
Well, no, but I mean, I feel like with the Wii U, they're like, let's bring everybody in with easy games, and then just bam, the Switch is like everything's hard now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Funny.
Everything sucks. The world sucks.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's funny. Branding is
Bungie
funny.
and Activision
split
They've
up.
Split up.
Yeah.
They've split
So
up for good.
basically,
It's
what
over.
had happened
They're not getting
is
back together.
They're not. Are we sure they're not getting back
They're
together?
100%
They're not living
split up.
apart at this point.
No, it's
So
not a trial separation.
Bungie is, I mean, they're still going through the process of it right now, but Bungie
Well, they gotta
is...
sign the papers.
Yeah, yeah. Bungie is, that's
You
basically
got to
actually
figure
what they
out
got
who
to
gets
do.
the
yeah.
couch and who gets the dog.
Yeah.
So Bungie
Custody.
is leaving Activision because Activision was their publisher, right? So Bungie is leaving Activision as a publisher, and they are getting the rights to Destiny 2, so they're
Destiny
taking
2.
that with them.
Yes, they are.
They got the couch
They
Yeah.
got,
and the dog.
they got the kids. I
They
think
got
that's the
everything.
kids. I think that's everything.
So as you know, whether they're going to be self-publishing, I don't know. Whether they're going to find another publisher, I don't know. But what is very, very interesting, and check this out,
Yeah.
Phil Spencer.
And Larry Herb. The
Yeah.
minute it happened, both tweeted out.
I will read you exactly what happened. So Phil Spencer, the moment this happened, they announced it. Phil Spencer tweeted, and Larry Herb tweeted, "Looking forward to a very bright future working with one of my favorite independent studios on my favorite franchises. Excited to see how they continue to grow and evolve Destiny."
Yeah.
Because, they
Well,
used,
I mean-
that was their first wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That was
They're
the hot ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
baby,
then,
come
and then they
back.
got married and settled
Hey,
down.
remember
and-
me? We dated in high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember,
and then
I'm
they-
what could have been.
Yeah.
What are you doing Friday?
What are you doing Friday? That's basically what that is. That's a call saying, hey, what that is, Phil Spencer, what that is the phone call saying, hey, if you need to talk, I'm there for you. That's what that is.
We can watch Netflix for
And
a
he's just
while
gonna-
and see what
and they're going to
happens.
swoop in and you friend them to death. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, you're dating.
You friend them.
Yeah.
He's not aiming for friend zone.
This is a friend strategy.
So it's going to be really interesting to see where they're going, what they're doing, if they're going to self-publish, if they're getting a new publisher.
Yeah.
Who knows? Publisher, if in case anybody didn't know, it's the one that pays all the bills.
Yes.
They're the
so,
producer, right?
Dark Knight wrote in this week, and he says, with the news of Bungie breaking ties with Activision, if you were in charge of Bungie, what would you do next? Let's start with Jordan. Jordan, what would you do? Would you stay by yourself? Would you partner up back again with your ex-girlfriend? The Xbox? Would you just kind of stay away, keep it low? What would you do next if you were in charge?
I don't know.
I'd head to Hawaii first.
Yeah, I'd take a break.
You got to decompress.
No, that was a
a
tough breakup.
toxic relationship.
So, no, I really don't know. I mean, if you got the money to do it yourself, then you can make more money.
Yeah, blow it all on strippers, right?
Yeah, like that one guy.
Star Citizen or
Yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
It'll come out.
I mean, Activision has money, but here's the thing. So does Microsoft. And here's the thing. So does Sony. And you think that...
And here's the thing.
You don't think that everybody's offering them money right now? I guarantee you everyone is courting them. They're the hottest girl at the... It's like when the hot girl at school breaks up with her
the
boyfriend.
quarterback. And they're
The vultures come, man. The vultures.
So is Sony and Microsoft vultures? I
Yeah.
think they're just
Right
great
now they
guys.
are. They're just great guys.
I think they're great guys.
I think they're great guys.
They're just great guys.
They're just.
No,
they're
I
just-
mean,
they're
they
just
wanna
really
treat you
care.
right.
Honestly, if you can do it, I mean, self-publish, right? Because I mean, potentially you're your own boss. You can do exactly what you want, and you can potentially make more money. Right?
I think they'll take it slow and then they'll pay for dinner. I think.
But I mean, you do
think
have
they're
to
just
you do
gonna
have to pay all the bills.
bring them flowers. They really are going to be good guys.
It'll be interesting to see.
I think they partner back up with Microsoft. I'm
I
not
think
gonna lie.
last time Bungie was on their own,
I think
they didn't do so hot.
I
Even
think
that
they
was
partner
when
up
they
because
first
you
started.
need that bankroll, and
Yeah.
I think they partner up, and I think Microsoft and Xbox right now has the cojones, i.e. Phil Spencer, to say,
but
you do what you be you.
As Microsoft,
here's a check. You be you over on Xbox.
What if they acquire them as a studio again, like along with all their other ones that they just announced?
Why
they
not?
Start making Halo games again for some. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no. Well, here's a question for you then, Mr. David. What do you do as Microsoft? Do you because Microsoft's supporting Anthem very heavily, right? Because they have that deal with EA, and I think all DLC. Don't quote me on this, but I think all it's like Destiny had for Sony. Anthem is going to be Xbox. We'll get all the DLC first and stuff like that. Do you? I mean, it's like children. Do you play favorites?
No, you let them both compete, baby.
Oh yeah.
You sit back and see who brings the bigger bouquet.
Yeah.
And then you favor that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go with the guy down. Yeah. Imagine we have in chat saying, "What if Nintendo grabbed him?"
Oh, yeah.
That would be hilarious. Can you imagine? Exclusive on the Switch, Destiny 3.
It's like when the hot girl just pulls a 180 and dates the nerd. You know?
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Or the 12-year-old child.
I would say 12-year-old child.
Even though I don't know how I said that, Nintendo's crushing it.
Can you imagine like the solid gameplay of Destiny with Nintendo influence?
Mario
with
Mario DLC,
some epic stuff.
I just can't wait for like the
Mario
stuff where the executives come out on their couch and play it on the couch and show how awesome it is.
Oh man, can you imagine like Mario themed armor?
So there was a lot of
that would Mario is Zelda themed.
Zelda themed armor, like the shield.
There was a lot of
Destiny now has a floating hat that turns into a squirrel.
There was a lot of debate on the internet
or whatever
whether or not this would be good for Bungie. I think hardcore Destiny fans, I think the real Destiny players all think this is a good thing. I don't think. I mean, I think now Bungie can be Bungie. I think the thought was always that Activision was making Bungie do things
that they didn't want
that Bungie didn't want to do for business purposes.
I mean, that's kind of the
vibe. Maybe
Yeah.
Bungie was bringing Activision down. We don't know.
Well, Activision
doubt
did
it.
get a new CEO. They announced the new CEO the day before this was announced. Last week, you had two Blizzard executives, high-up Blizzard executives leave. I think there's a lot of turnover right now at Activision.
Can I talk about that for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard everybody. I mean, unless you live under a rock, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Activision Blizzard right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people are leaving. I listened to a lot of different, like news guys on YouTube and all that stuff. Anyway, there was this one guy who I listened to because World of Warcraft's not in the best state right now. But anyway, so I was listening to one of those guys and they were talking and they were just saying like,
is Vanilla Warcraft coming out again?
Yeah, that's not really
summer.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion,
you don't think it's going to be the same?
I don't think it's going to fix it because you can't. It's like you remember the first time. I don't know
how many times has this game had plastic surgery. They look like a 27-year-old lizard.
Well, the thing is, like that's a different. We'll talk about that later. That's a different.
You get what I'm saying? Like they've had so many patches, right? At some point,
expansions and stuff. Yeah,
it feels good to start something fresh. Does that make
sense?
I
wish they would make a new MMO. I think it's
it's time.
New. Yeah, but
they
anyway,
might be working on one.
Anyway, different. But I was talking. So you know how Mike Morhaime left and all that stuff. Basically, he was talking about what if it's think about it from the other side, right? Like what if because if you think about it, like the whole Diablo thing. Like I think there was a second expansion for Diablo 3 coming out under Mike Morhaime, but it got canceled and a bunch of different stuff. Overwatch with their slow, what do you call it? Content releases.
Yeah.
That's all under
2 characters per year.
Yeah, that's all under Mike Morhaime. So they were thinking like, well, what if Activision is shaking things up to make it better? You know what I mean? Basically, look at it from the other end.
Yeah.
Like because not everybody's perfect. It was really interesting. I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
No.
But it was just really interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily... I think they left because Activision was tightening the reins.
Well, let's look at what's happened to Blizzard in the last year and a half.
Uh-huh.
Let's say 2 years. They're losing the big boys.
Yeah.
And it's not right away. It's almost as if this is planned out in a scheduled restructure. It feels like every other month... somebody's left.
Well,
and they came out casually and said, we're taking 100 employees from Hero of the Storm and we're moving over here. It feels as though they're pushing
there's a shift.
People out and changing.
Yeah.
I don't think
Blizzard's that's what I think it is. It was just interesting to think about it from the other side,
Have you seen an effect in your Blizzard games that you play regularly, Spicy?
Yeah,
Has it
Heroes
affected
of the Storm.
Any besides here?
And World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, but like
They're not gonna
Hearthstone
touch-
is your game. Have you?
Well, see, Jeff Kaplan is still over Overwatch. He's like the last dad left.
Oh, okay.
He's
The
one
last
of the
OG.
He's one of the last OGs. And when Jeff leaves, if he leaves, because they got rid of the CEO, they got rid of the Overwatch guy, not Overwatch, Hearthstone guy, they got rid of Warcraft. You know, Chris. I think it started with Chris Metzen leaving, right?
Well, yeah, he left because he was retiring to spend time with his family. But that's why
But
I
see,
wonder,
that's
like,
what they'll-
why did
that's
he
what they'll
retire,
tell us.
right?
I
And
mean-
then shortly after that, the Hearthstone guy left to do his own thing, right?
Yeah,
And
Ben Brode.
why, yeah.
Ben Brode.
And
He's a young guy. He's only like 38, 40.
Wow.
So these people, I think it's a scheduled structure change.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it's more I mean, let's look at also the Diablo mobile thing that came out. It feels as though
that was a big trip.
it's Blizzard is not being Blizzard anymore.
So that's the thing, because that was technically still under the old management when that was being developed. But that's what they, you know.
But I feel like they're putting up, you know,
Yeah.
I can see like,
for instance, the decision to
Morheim's raising his hand and saying, I don't like that. And then they're like, okay, next week, you're out of here.
Yeah.
You know, we want to make
Well,
money,
this is
and
the way-
mobile is where, quote unquote, mobile is where it is, right? So,
I mean, Clash of Clans does make
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but that's not
Blizzard. That's not Blizzard's
That's not
forte.
Blizzard.
Just for the record, don't get me wrong. I think it's the other way around. I just thought it was very interesting to watch these videos, like look at it from Activision side type thing.
Yeah.
I think Mike Morheim leaving was a huge blow to my heart.
Beast 420
It was.
Because he was all about like gameplay first, right? And that's why games were canceled, because they weren't, you know, up to snuff.
Yeah. Beast 420 in chat says, "What if the end of Halo Infinite was Master Chief merging with the Destiny verse?"
Yeah. Well, you
That
do.
would be cool.
I have showed you I have showed you the Destiny logo, right? Where they got their inspiration.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Little
when worlds
Master Chief.
collide.
When worlds collide, watch out. Anyways, that's big news. That's easily the biggest news of the week. Destiny breaks up. Bungie breaks up with Activision. So, for the most part, I think Destiny players, real Destiny players still in Destiny 2. For instance, if you go and jump into our Discord, where the Destiny clan is, the hardcore guys, this is seen as a positive move.
You know what's really interesting about this whole thing is Microsoft, I think, has the biggest advantage, because I think they're right across the street from them.
Yeah, they
Like
probably
Bungie,
go
I think
golfing.
Bungie's headquarters is in.
They
Seattle.
probably go to that park right in between them and bring sandwiches.
Yeah. Hey, so you just broke up.
Bring the drinks, I'll bring the chips.
Just remember, I'm there for you. What else happened this week in
Another
news?
ginormous one. Red Dead
Redemption update.
Yeah.
Online.
So over
Red Dead Online.
over Christmas, there was a lot of tweets going out from Rockstar with GTA 5 stuff going on, and every time I saw those tweets,
People were getting
everybody was.
mangry. I said mangry.
Yeah, everybody was. They were like
mangry.
Everybody was getting mad because they're asking where the Red Dead stuff is. And guys, let me tell you this: don't despair.
not
Rockstar
despair.
won't leave you behind.
No, Rockstar's legit. They're not firing people. Rockstar is legit.
They only fire people if they give up the goods.
They give up the ghost.
No, if they die, then they fire
Then
them.
they fire you.
No, yeah.
No spoilers. Which can you imagine? Like working, like you like accidentally told, like you go home from work because Rockstar has a thing.
I don't know.
Like, if
According
you
to Kotaku, it's hell. It's
Oh,
like
it
a
is.
sweatshop.
Kotaku's they suck.
Bet you Kotaku's just projecting their own work environment onto Rockstar.
Yeah, probably. How
it's
dare
actually
they?
a sweatshop to work at Kotaku.
Yeah, how dare they?
I'm just gonna say it. Suck at Kotaku.
Yeah,
Suck it hard.
hard and a half.
Hard
no,
and a half.
Hard and a half, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's, yeah.
That's a lot of hardness.
That's a lot of sucking.
No, can you imagine? I thought about this because
Yeah.
Rockstar, from what we know, Rockstar has a firm policy of spoilers. Like
Sure.
if you talk to the media, you're out.
Okay.
Can you imagine like going home and your mom like, hey, what'd you do for work today? Oh, I did. Oh,
I can't talk to you, Mom.
like you accidentally say-
media.
and then you're worried at work the next day. Like I just talked to my mom. about
Mom
you.
media.
Yeah.
Turn the phone off. Pull the battery out.
Anyway, but they have a new patch. This patch is awesome. So
Big things.
a lot of big stuff. Let's just start right there at the beginning. So first big thing that is in this patch that came out this week. Gun Rush.
Gun Rush.
Oh, do you want to talk about it, David?
Yes, this is the battle royale mode that we were promised. Now, there's already a smaller version, another battle royale mode, quote unquote. This is the true battle royale mode called Gun Rush. This is where you start out, you have no guns, you've got to go find guns, you got to find ammunition, and the area shrinks. 32 players. There's going to be team 4v4, and then free for all, just like a normal battle royale mode. Gun Rush.
It's going to be awesome. So
I'm playing it tomorrow, actually.
What's really cool is it's full battle royale. You're picking up your own weapons and everything. So it's going to be really exciting to see. Horses. Do you find horses? Or are you going to find horses?
That part I don't know. I was going to jump in before the show and check it out, but I was playing Ashen. So, that got me. So tomorrow I'm going to be streaming that game.
Hey, in Ashen, just because I don't know how the multiplayer works, do you have a little soapstone that you write on the floor?
Kind of. You don't have a soapstone, but there's a rock. There's a light. It's like a light. It's called like a light stone. Touch the light stone, and you touch it, it lights up, and that's your memory. And it's a town. It says like,
so there's like a hub.
You took over the town. Yeah, you took over this village. It's yours.
Cool. Very cool.
It's when you die, so your spirit can find its way back.
So that is in the patch, which is awesome. There are more updates coming soon, introducing. They're going to do races, new showdown modes, which I really like the showdown modes. I actually played it once. I haven't played it with you yet, David. The competitive modes. I played it once with Mark.
So fun.
And I had a good time.
You get better because it is a different shooting mechanic. Well, and at first you die a lot. Probably about 4 or 5 matches in, you start to get it down. Like what guns? I mean, shotguns rule in that game.
I feel bad for some people because when my Deadeye's full, I just blast the crap.
I don't use Deadeye. I don't find Deadeye useful in multiplayer.
I do
on Red
especially
Dead.
when you're chasing someone. Just
no, I don't find it useful at all. Like it really frustrates me actually. I probably just am using it wrong, but I don't find it useful. I just go. I just left trigger. Up, right trigger, left trigger, up, right trigger. So get that headshot.
They are coming out with some new stuff based on player feedback, and this is really interesting because I've actually heard a lot about this one. I'm going to start out with the big one, player griefing, right?
Yeah.
Now this one is kind of I feel like your hands are tied. Like it's an open world. It's fun to go out and shoot other players. Like I get that aspect of it, but I also get the aspect of like you're trying to do. You just want to relax, hang out, and you got other players trying to shoot you, right? So you got to find that happy balance, right? So what they're doing is they're going to make the parlay system easier to trigger so you can avoid aggressive players more quickly, which is really nice. But what I think is interesting is the proximity-based player blips. They're kind of changing how these work. So you know how you have your blips everywhere? So first of all,
on the radar,
on the map, you can see the whole map right now. I think, right, or whatever zone you're in, or whatever like that. But you can see a lot. They're gonna really, really shorten that down, so you can only maybe just see kind of your immediate area.
Okay,
which will make it so like if the mean players are down south, they can't see you up here, type of thing, which will help with that, right? So, they're also gonna do. They're gonna introduce the ability to identify players who grief and kill indiscriminately. With a progressively darkening blip. So, like, when you log in, this guy's got, like, you start out, I think you're pink. Right?
Yeah.
This guy's dark red, right? Oh, stay away from that blip because he's just killing everybody. You know what I mean? But I think that's a good idea because that makes it fun. Like, oh, that guy's killing the server. Let's go get him. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of adds that extra dynamic.
Spicy, you were going to say something?
No, well, so Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online, they had the God mode where you could it was passive. You could... I don't know. I can't remember if you paid the guy or the guy would come down and said, you are now immune, right? And so you could be walking around and people couldn't aim at you and shoot. You were like invincible. I think with this game, the hard part about not griefing and griefing is a lot of the missions require you to take stagecoaches from point A to point B, for example, and then it pops up to everyone's radar and it says, take these stagecoaches from these people.
And see, I like that aspect. I think that's like it's like a natural dynamic event almost.
But I have been on both sides of it, and on the side where you're attacking, the person did not realize that I was meant to. He thought I was griefing him. He's pissed because I killed him, and what I did is I killed him, and I took his cart and I drove it off of a cliff.
And don't you get rewards for it because you stopped him from completing?
Yeah, I totally did a Maverick where I rolled off the side and grabbed the bush, and the horse because I'm supposed to kill it told me to kill the stagecoach. So that guy's pissed, and he sent me messages, and I hope you're happy. I'm now never playing this game again, whatever. And I was like.
I'm now never playing the
Yeah, I'm uninstalling.
$60.
That was part of the game.
I felt bad, but the game told me to take your stagecoach and blow it up. So how are they going to distinguish? Because he could easily go, okay, what's his name? Report griefing. So and now I'm getting punished for following the game.
And that's where it's hard, because can you technically report, like, killing another player is a part of the game. That's not technically griefing, even if they like spawn camp you or whatever, right? You know, because it's like Sea of Thieves, right? I mean, it's a part of the game.
Well, here's the thing: based on people have been looking at the companion app, and there's code in the companion app. So, for instance, already in the companion app, you can see that player housing is coming. You can also see that stagecoaches are coming that you can buy, and wagons and stuff. Which, by the way, I really want, because hunting. Let me tell you. If I had a wagon, it'd be a lot easier. Yeah, and I don't like in the single-player mode that you can't buy a wagon. But another thing that is coming is basically private servers.
Yeah.
So that you can be in free roam and decide who's in free roam with you, who's not. So that if you don't want to be griefed, you don't have to be griefed. But I can't remember what it was, but there's something basically like your XP is going to work differently or something. Yeah. I mean, they would have to change that, but
it's a really double-edged sword, because sometimes it's fun to get on with a couple friends and just go to war with the server.
Yeah, there was one time.
Sometimes it's fun. You know what I mean?
It's the Wild West. It matches it.
But I mean, like you said, you get the other side too, where it's like you're trying to do something and it's frustrating. I mean, it's really hard to balance it out.
I felt bad for the kid, because I'm sorry, but
you should have said play single player, noob.
I should have said L2P.
LTP.
Learn to play.
He probably listens to us.
Yeah, he probably does. No, I'm not a jerk, but that's part of the game.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think these changes.
Well, that's what makes it fun. Sometimes I'm like, everyone's coming for him. Like, here we go.
It's exciting. The heart starts
pumping. But that's why, I mean, these changes, although maybe small to some people, I think are good changes. You know, darkening the blips, making the blips a shorter, the proximity shorter, so you can't see everyone on the map. So you can go, I'm going to stay in this section away from all this down here, right? So,
yeah.
Another few things they're doing is new daily challenges, which will be pretty cool. Yeah. The law and bounty system, they're changing around a little bit. So what they're going to do is
you'll get a bounty that pops up on you as a player.
They're basically trying to incentivize you to pay the bounty off within the allotted time. If you wait too long, bounty hunters from each of the states will track the player, forcing them to pay or escape.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of more like the single player, because when you had a bounty in the single player,
let me tell you,
they were pissed.
They're angry people.
So let me tell you, that was hard. Another stuff coming in the future, which I'm excited for, because I like myself a good story. All new story missions coming. And big one that I'm really excited for. Dynamic events.
Yeah.
Now
that's going to be interesting.
They kind of already have it in there with, like, the player-made dynamic events with your missions and stuff. But sometimes you're running along and it says, "Oh, the server's about to do this mode. Join," and hit to join. It's usually always PvP stuff. Is there any PvE stuff? You know what I'm talking about? Like when you're in Red Dead Online, when you're like playing, and then all of a sudden something pops up and says, "Do you want to join this?" We joined one time.
No, I've only.
There may be PvE. I don't know. I've only done PvP stuff, but I would think it'd be cool, like, hey, a new dynamic event is going on.
Go kill
like a big bounty. You know what I mean? Like a big boss fight.
The Lobo gang or
whatever. Yeah. So I think that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, and then of course, new weapons, clothes, stuff like that. Hopefully we get a cool, like, hamster Hot Wheels pack like in GTA 5.
Yeah, now Red Dead, Rockstar did announce that it's going to stay in beta for just a few more months. So you're looking at March, April, and then it's officially out of beta. And they said they have a lot more content to release between that time.
Is it going to wipe? Have they said about a wipe?
I did not address that.
I don't think they would.
I don't think they're going to wipe, because why would they be giving away all of the gold? Or if they do wipe, you keep your gold. Maybe you restart your levels, but you keep your gold.
Because you got to imagine, like, people are putting thousands of hours into that game. I'd be pissed if.
Well, yeah, but that's what a beta is, right? I mean,
technically, I think this
the majority.
Honestly, I think that's more of a PR thing. Anyway, just to say it.
Okay.
Like, we're going to do it for a few more months. Who knows?
Well, and if you think they've got a lot more content to come out once they release all that content, then they'll say, okay, guess what? It's a full game now, guys.
Yeah. One day you'll load it up and it'll be like Hearthstone. The beta thing will just disappear.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I'm just wondering. I think the majority of these people that play this game aren't necessarily beta testers, right? So maybe they're not used to a wipe every couple months.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, no, because I get what you mean. I mean, it happens, right?
I just don't think they would give away the gold like that.
Well, what if they refunded it all? Let's say they refunded all the money and all the gold, but you just have to restart all your skills.
The level system.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I don't know. Like, I mean, if you level all the way to 100, level like
because
max
some
out
of the
everything,
stuff requires some pretty high levels.
But see, that's the fun of it. That's why prestige is a thing in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You get to. I get to do this again,
Here
and
we
now
go.
I'm going to be way more effective.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You know, I know what to do now.
Personally, I don't think they'll reset it. I mean, look at Divinity. Remember when it was in game preview, you were able to carry your stuff over to the real game. So I mean, it's possible, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like the game we're playing now, Escape from Tarkov, they wipe every like 3 months.
Yeah.
Because it's a closed beta. They're just trying to
fine-tune
and it keeps it fresh. It gets people to play longer because they're now that it's wiped, I got to level up my character and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I doubt. I honestly, I feel I'm with you, Jordan. I doubt they're going to do a wipe, but. Yeah, maybe because people would get pissed because they're not used to that, right?
It's true. That's true.
So Resident Evil 2 has Resident Evil 2 Remaster that's coming out has a demo. It's set for January 11th, which is today.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah. So you
30
got
minutes worth of gameplay.
30 minutes long, and there's a little counter. You just do
whatever you can. Go. It's go time.
Just go.
Speed run it.
Run it.
Beat the whole game in 30 minutes.
I'm going to try this because Resident Evil, I've said this before, Resident Evil 2
7.
was an experience for me. I was
Oh yeah.
Well, Leon.
it was the first time I played on a PlayStation. It was the first game that I played, and it brought gaming to a whole other level for me. It was this serious, gritty, atmospheric game that just blew my mind. So I'm really excited to see what they do. If it maintains that same feel, it obviously won't have that kind of I've never seen this before, you know.
Well, if it feels anything like 7 did, which I guarantee they're using the same engine and stuff like that, and it does feel that slower paced.
Yeah.
7 was fantastic. It really did bring it back to that scary horror. Like, do I go in there? Do I not?
Yeah. Well,
what do I do?
I mean, all I remember is the dogs when I played it. I played it on the Nintendo 64.
That was number 1.
That was number 1.
Yeah, the where you open the mansion door and the dog would. Rah, 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 rah. I mean, I think the dogs are in number 2, but
what's just the one with the mansion?
That's number 1.
Oh, well, then never mind. That was what game I was thinking.
Number 2 is in Raccoon City.
Changed my life.
With Leon.
Totally changed my life. It was the first game I ever had nightmares.
Yeah. Number 1 was like scenes. So you'd like go from one scene to the next in the mansion. Number 2 was much more fluid.
All right. Well, I was thinking of the wrong game.
Yeah, the stuff from the mansion carried over to the city.
Anyways, one shot, 30 minutes. Go check it out. It's really interesting that it's a demo like that. I think that's a cool way to do it. Instead
30
of
minutes.
Like, here's an open beta. Here's just
so is the whole game? The whole game is open to us.
Well,
then?
I don't think so. I think you're set in a certain section that even if you sped you can only do 30 minutes worth of stuff. I haven't played it yet, but I know it's a 30-minute demo.
That looks
is what
really
they're
good.
saying. So, and when they showed the trailer, they actually showed a clock, and it was getting like intense. And you're like, oh man.
Overwatch gets a big patch. Patch.
Yeah. So it's just they're doing an event with Anna. So basically, if you go into the arcade mode and you play arcade games, they've done this before. There's 9 check marks at the top, but you have to win 9 games. Every 3 games that you win, I think first you get an Anna spray, then you get an Anna emote, and then you get an Anna skin if you get your 9 games. And the Anna skin, it's a legendary skin. It actually is pretty cool. Pretty cool looking.
Pretty cool looking.
Just so everybody knows, it's cool. So it's called Bassett Challenge.
How long does this run for?
January 8th to January 21st.
Okay. And you have to you have to win 9 games, right?
Yeah, and I believe you have to do it in the arcade mode with arcade games. Can you do it in?
It says I logged in today. It says at the top, quick play, arcade.
Oh, okay, cool.
Quick play and competitive.
Oh, okay.
Too.
So just play. All you got to do is just play.
You have to get 9 wins.
Yeah, just
whatever
play.
you do.
That may be hard depending on who you are.
I've played like 10 games, only won 2. So.
There you go. So it's hard. So, but anyway, it's super cool. It really is a cool skin. It's like an Egyptian cat type of art style skin. If you've seen it, it's pretty cool.
You'll see the skin if you load up the game. She's right there in the main menu.
Yeah, on the main screen. Halo Infinite news. We got a release date. No, I'm just kidding. We don't. There we go.
We do have a sweet feature that Spicy's going to love. They have confirmed that is 4-player split screen.
Ooh, dirty.
I think that hasn't been around for
I think they took a page out of Phil Spencer's book and said, okay, what was everybody complaining about?
Yeah.
4-player split screen, which, to be honest with you, I don't think will be utilized all that much. But
just knowing it's there is cool.
Yeah, it's
so
the
how
perception.
Because the reason they stopped doing that is your hardware has to render
it 4 different
four different parts of the map and 4 different.
It'll look like
sections.
Halo 1.
They'll do it in the cloud.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is that how they're going to do it?
I actually don't know.
Because at this stage in gaming, we as gamers really care a lot about graphics, and that is why they've had to. Okay, since they want graphics, we can't do the 4-screen playing, right?
I think it's just the sacrifice you make, right?
Yeah. So are they? Is it going to be like a dialed back setting? Because
I think it'd have to. So like in Call of Duty, I don't know if but some of them were. They had 4-player split screen. You can tell like, hey, I'm in multiplayer by myself. And the graphics were they were decent, right? They were good. And then you go 4-player split screen, you can tell it's much more pixelated. The resolution's not as high. You know what I mean?
Because you're taking a 1080p signal and dividing it by 4. But that's not necessarily the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the game has to render all those things.
Just simultaneously.
When you play by yourself, it's on ultra. When you play with friends, it's on low.
That's the thing. Like if they utilize cloud computing, that would be phenomenal because then we'd get no degradation of or how they do it. I'm no.
But then you would have to be hooked up to online. Would that be a problem for you?
No, that's basically what we do now, anyways.
Yeah.
If you're very rare. I do like to game. Halo Infinite is multiplayer, right? Like,
that's actually what this news story is about.
Yeah. So
they're also bringing.
You have to be online to play multiplayer. Unless you're doing the okay.
So two things they announced that really stood out was 4-player split screen multiplayer, and then customized armor. You'll be able to customize the armor.
Well, honestly, actually thinking about what Mark and you were just saying, they do have a whole new engine and the whole new art style, which may allow them to basically, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's their own engine. They can build it into it. You know what I mean? To optimize for split screen. And they got the new art style, which I actually kind of like. I was a little iffy at first, but the more I see it, I like it.
No, it's nice. It's smooth.
Yeah.
It looks smooth. Yeah. There's a lot of, in the trailer, particularly the E3 trailer, there's a lot of nods to the Halo universe as a whole. Is this a prequel that we get? Where in the story
No, I believe
do we
it takes
get this?
place. I think it's after
5.
Because it continues
the Master Chief
the
story.
Saga.
But we're going to go back to iconic places in
like
the
Halo
in the Haloverse.
Like the Halo?
Like the Halo.
That
Halo
would make
ring.
sense. You guys haven't beaten 5 yet, have you?
No.
5 ends a certain way.
We're supposed to.
Have you beaten 4 yet?
So that's on mine and David's to-do.
You guys beat 4 though, right?
For like 2 years now.
That's like 3.
We're supposed to let's play that because
the Let's Play series just cuts off. It's like you guys are George R.R. Martining it.
Yeah, we are.
You're Martining it.
Yeah.
You're just making the people wait.
We GRRMing it.
You're GRRMing it. Anyway, but the big thing is the Halo boss, which I believe is Frank O'Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, O'Connor, yeah. He is saying that
did you say Halo boss?
Yeah,
it
the
totally
Halo
sounds
boss.
like a boss fight.
Frank
O'Connor sounds like a boss too.
The Halo upper management. They basically commented on how the multiplayer is shaping up. So really big news. But honestly, my response to this is, I would hope so.
I think we're going to see this at E3 this year. I think you wouldn't be getting news stories if you weren't. It'd go dark.
Well, do you think maybe we get a little December release date? Huh?
Maybe.
You think so?
That's.
We haven't had a Halo game in a while. Like
3 years.
Well, I mean,
it'll be 3 years.
You had Halo Wars too, but I mean, we haven't.
I'm really disappointed that Halo Wars didn't do as good because here's the thing: when you go in, the last time I jumped in and played 2v2, I think you have to play 2v2 now. I don't think you could do 1v1 anymore. Anyways, the reason that you couldn't... Oh, no. You can do 1v1. You couldn't do like 3v3 or 4v4 because there's not enough players. And so in 1v1, I kept playing the same people. I kept beating the same people.
Yeah, 4 years ago. So it's been 4... Halo 5 Guardians released in 2015, so it'll be 4 years since then. And 2012 was 4, so 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3 years between that one and this one. So, I mean, we're around that time frame. We might.
Okay, I say yes.
That'd
I say
be
we
cool.
get a December release date.
And
we get a new Xbox announcement, though? Do we get a reveal?
Maybe. I don't know.
I say yes.
I mean, why not?
I don't know, though. That sounds...
Xbox Portable.
Xbox Portable?
Yeah. Everyone else is doing it.
But, I mean,
No.
It's going to be streaming from your
VR.
Xbox to your phone, and then... If they're going to do that,
Yeah,
it's not going to be... It's going to be pulling the hard coding stuff from another device.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So you're going to have your hub, your Xbox at your house.
Speaking of that, CES 2019 was on this week, and AMD's conference, Phil Spencer was on stage with them and basically just said, hey, we're looking forward to a continued partnership. We appreciate all the innovation that has happened with Microsoft and AMD working together, and we're really excited to show you guys more of that innovation in the future.
What does the Nintendo Switch use? Because I know Sony and Microsoft both use AMD chipsets. Do all three of them have?
Do you think Intel's pissed that no one uses them?
Well, I think I don't know. I mean,
pissed. I don't know if pissed is the right word.
They're like, damn it.
Oh well, I'll just release the 900K or something. I don't know. Yeah, hold on. Keep going.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm sorry.
But anyways, that's exciting. AMD. So that might be. Maybe we do see a new Xbox then this E3.
That also begs the question, like, why do they go with AMD? Cheaper? Because AMD is a smaller guy, you can get it for cheaper. You know what I mean? But AMD's made a lot of big steps lately.
I mean, the Ryzen chip, right? Isn't that the big
and
chip
then they got the Threadripper and all that.
Oh, the Threadripper's the one, right?
I mean, you got to admit they got names.
They got names.
Yeah, I know.
Threadripper.
Dude, the Threadripper was like they basically
sounds like a serial killer.
Well, Intel's been dominating, and then they basically went, "Oh, you want more cores, huh? Watch this. Hold my beer." They released like 32 cores in one processor.
The guy was dual wield soldering,
and they're like, "Okay."
How much does that processor run?
It's still like affordable. That's what's so amazing about it.
It's so funny. They were just like, let's throw on like 50.
And is it legit?
More
like
cores.
in testing, it's legit.
It's good.
What's its comparison on the Intel side? The 9, the top,
like
the
top 9 series. Well, because Intel had to come out with like. So I have
it forced Intel to like, oh crap.
I have the 9900.
Yeah, your Ngram.
Yeah. It's right over there. And that one, they came out with it's. Theoretical 16 cores, and that AMD pushed Intel to make more cores because that's what the Threadripper
because
did.
That guy held his beer.
Yeah, he's like, here, let's add 15 billion, more cores. That's how we beat them.
It's almost like what they did with the Titan in the video. It's like, what if we just take two of them and smush them together?
Yeah, that's basically. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video card? It's the
new RTX series is. I think that's just their new theory.
It takes up.
Let's just take two of them.
Takes up half your motherboard space.
So a Tegra, which would be an NVIDIA. Oh, which would make sense because Tegra's what.
So
mobile
the Switch
use,
has a Tegra X2 in it.
Okay.
Which would because that's what a lot of mobile uses.
Yeah.
Tegra. And
so
the
that's NVIDIA. So
interesting.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Kind of interesting.
Good times. Well, there you go. That's the news.
Look up the Threadripper. It's pretty cool. That's really it. And
I just love the name.
It helped the PC market get pushed get nudged.
Yeah, I would like to change my gamer tag to Threadripper.
It's a cool name too.
It's a cool name.
Look at the box.
Look at that.
It comes in a loot box.
Look at that. Is a loot box. It's like a steel box.
The
engram is cool.
Well, see, and that's what Intel had to. They're like, dude, they have a loot box. What do we do?
Like make an engram.
Make an engram. Oh, okay.
Give us an engram.
Do an engram.
The i9. So cool.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next portion of our show. This is the portion where we take your questions each and every single week. If you'd like to submit a question, you just have to go over to patreon.com/positivegaming. And subscribe to us over there, and you will gain access to the mailbag in which you can leave us a question each and every single week. First question comes from the one and only, the man with a 10. It's Poke Fraud. Poke Fraud says, what?
Does he have a 10?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
What?
David just uses that term.
Poke Fraud says, what is your favorite thing coming out of CES this year? He says, mine has to be 8K. I love me some pixels. Happy New Year, guys. Looking forward to some more great content. 8K is cool. Although I would say my favorite thing, honestly, is Razer's making a gaming monitor. They're jumping into the gaming monitor space. It looks amazing. But the coolest thing about it is on the base, it's got the RGB lights. That's honestly what I like the most.
That'll sync up with everything else.
I mean, it's got free AMD FreeSync built into it. It's got everything, all the bells and whistles that you need in a gaming monitor. But then at the bottom, it'll sync up to that mouse pad and that mouse. So I was most excited to see the new stuff from Razer. Corsair has some new affordable mouses that are coming out, stuff like that.
No, I'm with you. I like to see all the hardware coming out. The new mouses, keyboards, mice, and keyboards. Razer's is really cool. Basically, it kind of seems like what they're doing is like, we want to own your office.
Yeah,
we
want to be
excited.
Gamers.
I'm excited for Razer speakers if they ever get into the speaker market because those are going to be legit.
Yeah, you know who else?
Can you imagine your speakers lighting up?
My brother has speakers just like that,
and they sync to your mouse. And
yes,
there already is. I was just at Best Buy
amazing.
picking up your thing. There's tons of speakers that light up,
and they all like
but
Bluetooth
are they Razer?
sync to each other.
Also, well, did you see the RAM that just lights up? So it's RAM that you put in, and it's basically it's if you have like extra slots, it's nothing. It's not RAM. It's just a light stick.
No, yeah, they totally
that you plug in.
So
Lights.
Interesting.
It's so cool.
When I was building this new PC last month, it's fascinating to see I'm part of the nerd crew that builds computers, right? Sure. Our fascination with RGB lights. I mean, look at my mouse pad. It has RGB lights on it. Yeah. RAM that has that its whole purpose
is just to light up the inside of your box,
and it's pretty. Like it's fascinating when I was building this because at first I didn't care about RGB, right?
Yeah.
But now I got these lights and I got those lights and now my keyboard is like rainbow colored spirals.
Dude, I'm telling you that RGB gaming monitor.
It's kind of like I was like, who cares? I just want power. But then you look at it and you go, oh well, if I have lights, it's pretty.
I actually want to.
I have powerful lights.
Now I understand. Now I understand shoes. My wife's fascination with shoes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
RGB lights are my shoes.
I don't know what it is about lighting up, but I remember the first time I turned on my video card and it lit up, and it was like,
and you smile, right? God. It's just like it glows, and then it has the logo on there, like
and
GTX.
You're just like, yes,
yeah, RTX or whatever it is, and you're like, oh.
So I have a complaint. I purchased my PC, and it came even with a remote where I could change the colors.
Oh, that's nice.
I've never gotten it to work. I don't know. What
they
doing.
probably just lied to you.
Yeah, they just send the remote.
They just like, we need to get rid of these remotes.
Well, and then can I do it? Can I do it from my system? There's got to be a.
No, I can.
It was a Chinese factory, and they had a box of stuff they had to get rid of, and they're like, well, let's just say it has RGB.
I have
and send it to those Americans.
I can do it from my system. It's in the system tray. Okay. Like when you pull it up, that's just what I. Mine is built in, and I can change it.
Mine's probably there, too.
Mine's blue because I fight for the Alliance. But, but I can change it to whatever I want.
Great question. Thank you very much, Polka Fraud. Appreciate it. Happy Mayo writes in and says, I need you guys to settle an argument my brother, Vicious Mustard, and I are having. He says PlayStation's VR system is doing pretty good. He thinks Xbox is missing the boat on VR, and it's the next step in gaming. He thinks Xbox needs to put something out ASAP. His idea is if you build it, they will come. My argument was Xbox needs to wait till they can put out quality VR games because the VR isn't quite there yet. What is your guys' opinion? Also, Spicy, what did you think of the cameras? Are they something you didn't have? So that's kind of an inside. McSpicy collects...
cameras.
For those of you new to the show, McSpicy collects vintage
his are right back here. It's on the shelf.
Cameras and camcorders.
Is Happy here? Because I have the cameras on my shelf now.
Happy Mayo sent him some vintage ones that he found.
Yeah, love them. Absolutely love them. Yeah, I collect cameras, and I got to talk to Happy because I have a written thank you that I just don't know where to send it to. So,
oh, you asked me. I have an address.
Yeah, I want to send it to him. So, anyways. No, Happy, thank you so much for the cameras.
So VR, who's right? Happy Mayo or Vicious Mustard? I stand with Happy Mayo. I just don't think VR is there yet. And I'll be honest, I don't know if VR is coming to home gaming the way we think it is. I think it's primarily an experience at this point. I think, for instance, it would work. It works well in an amusement park. It works well in rides. It works well in like a movie experience type of deal. I don't think it works the same. Like, I would rather sit down and play a game on my monitor than I would in a VR. I've just not had the game to fully jump into VR yet.
That's what VR lacks is games. I feel at this point, I feel like it's a gimmick for me. It sounds like Vicious Mustard is enjoying it on the PlayStation VR. What's available? I just haven't played the games that are good.
There, you got Resident Evil 7. That you can play all in VR, which is pretty...
The kitchen demo.
Yeah, you remember that kitchen demo?
Whoa.
That's good.
Woof.
I just have a hard time... Well, even that game, they have the POV. It feels like it's, like 16 millimeter? It just feels so wide. And the science of the eye is kind of interesting as a photographer. Because we can see almost 180 degrees... Theoretically, like if you put your hands out to the side of your face and you can see them if you focus on them, but in reality you only see at a given moment right around like your standard, like 35 millimeter lens. 50 millimeter like is where a 50 millimeter lens is it's like 45 millimeter. It's closer and it's tighter than what you're used to.
Sure.
How the virtual reality stuff is so wide, it doesn't feel like I don't enjoy that look.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, I just don't think it's there yet, and I don't see.
It just feels everything's so far away because it's all like fish-eyed. It feels
Well, like
fish-eyed
even for instance at like you go to a major box retail store, VR is there, but it's always off to the side, and I just don't think the entry point is super high right now. Granted, PlayStation makes that a little bit more reasonable. However, you're still buying a $200 extra kit on top of your PlayStation that you have to own. Not to mention the cost of games.
Let's say they figure out the point of view problem that I have. Let's say they figure out the motion sickness, which it sounds like they're doing a lot better on.
Yeah.
What they lack is good games for that. You need games for people to buy something like that.
Yeah.
Everything that I have played has always just felt like a cute demo. And it's like, oh, it's cool. This is fun. Yeah. Now I'm going to play my normal Overwatch, or I'm going to play my normal games.
Well, I'll give you an example. I think how like phones are incorporating VR, or YouTube, Google is doing VR, where you just put it on your phone and you watch this really cool video. I think that is where VR right now is at its best. I don't think it's at its best in gaming.
Yeah,
the experience giving you a new perspective, that's where it's at its best.
Vicious Mustard,
not in gaming yet.
Send me a message in Discord and tell me what you play, because I'm curious, because I would like to like a new
Jordan has it. He just doesn't have like any of the main games. Now I know they've come out with games, but yeah, I don't know. An Elite Dangerous.
At this point for me, it still feels gimmicky. It still feels like...
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think it's the future. I think what we're going to see is higher resolution, higher frame rates, and then what AI can do. I think Red Dead Redemption really showed off this new era of world building where AI is doing things and the world is doing things, and you're doing things with just clouds and fogs and aesthetics and atmosphere that just have never been done before. And I think we're just going to improve that and improve that and improve that. And I don't see that going VR yet. Maybe one day, but I just don't see it yet. So I agree with Happy Mayo. I think you wait and then jump in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you look, Sony's really the only one that jumped in full board with it in that they released a headset and stuff. Nintendo didn't. Nintendo went the opposite direction and went handheld.
And made cardboard.
And Nintendo's crushing
sold it for $60.
Yeah, and sold $60 cardboard games.
$60 cardboard.
Have you seen it? It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Innovative Nintendo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's an interesting question. And I appreciate that question, Happy Mayo. I want to like new forms of gaming, but it just feels so gimmicky to me, and I can't get past it. It's not, the games aren't there. Maybe, do you think, okay, here's a question. Do you think if kids, let's say younglings, 5 and older, 5 to 16, if they get introduced to VR
early
now and then they get used to it, do you think that's going to be
No.
more of a norm?
No.
Well, it still comes down to games.
Well, I just think...
And at that point, is that healthy for a kid?
Well, I think the question is what's the optimal way to play a game right now? And the optimal way to play a game is on a high-resolution screen. You know what I mean?
Low latency.
And I just don't think VR accomplishes that.
I don't think, like, Fortnite's accessible to kids, right? VR's not, because... Other than PlayStation, which you already have to buy a $300 PlayStation plus another $250 VR kit.
I'm not giving my 10-year-old kid that.
The HTC Vive and Oculus Rift are all at a way higher price point.
Yeah.
So kids
although Fortnite's free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Having said that, HTC Vive at CES announced a Game Pass subscription model for their VR games. So that's very interesting. So
it's interesting to see it seems like that's where everybody's going.
Yeah. They're
Netflix style
to
of gaming,
and maybe I know there are some games because when I talk to PlayStation guys, I can't remember. There's like 2 games that everybody names. I just don't know what they are because I
think Resident Evil 7 is probably one of them. So,
but yeah, no, great question, Happy Mayo.
Send me a message because and then I'll just have Jordan buy it and I'll go play it myself.
Yeah, thank you very much, Happy Mayo. Glad you wrote in. Neil Dodsworth writes in and says, so I'm only 33% through the Red Dead Redemption story, but I want to play online. Should I preserve or swap? I've played online
Persevere.
Preserve.
That's actually kind of the opposite.
Dyslexia.
He wants to. Should
I persevere through single player or swap out to Red Dead Online? I've played online and I'm worried I'll get left behind if I don't commit. You should be able to deduce I don't get a ton of game time to play games.
Okay.
I'd stay with single player mode.
Yeah,
I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
That's where that game shines. Online right now, it says beta. It really feels beta.
Although that new patch, Battle Royale, it's hard to resist.
It feels empty. Well, even according to Ronin, for instance, that new patch maybe have broken some missions, some missions in there.
Well, a
He's
good
been
patch
doing
always
missions
does
and
break
None
stuff.
of them are working at the moment.
It's not a good patch if it doesn't break
Stranger
something.
missions. But yeah, see, Ronin, quests are broken right now. I think that patch. So I would finish the game, and then I'm doing the completionist on it. I'm just trying to do everything.
Yeah.
And let me tell. Oh my goodness, the side missions, the stranger missions,
I found
the
a tiny
stranger
church.
quests.
The tiny church is hilarious.
Have you done the
Tiny
serial
church.
killer?
No, no, you tell us about that.
I have found 2 things of the serial killer.
I got all 3, and then I went back and got him, and whoa.
That's cool.
Then something happens, and I didn't do
yeah.
something, and he died.
So moral of the story, Neil, is enjoy single player.
Yeah, single player.
Red Dead Redemption. Rob G88 says it in chat. Red Dead Online is going to be around for years and years and years.
And you're not going to get left behind at all at this point. I don't think it's not like World of Warcraft where you'll be left behind. You're not going to be left behind. It's a more sandboxy experience where everybody's kind of in the same world. You're able to do the same thing. It's not like leveling up so I can play at your level. And it's not like that at all. You level up to get cosmetic items, you can level up and get better guns and stuff, but it's not where you're not playing with your friends because they're leveled up. So don't worry about being left behind. Anyways, great question. I'm sure a lot of people were wondering that. Rad Nonas writes in and says, "Hey bros, have you ever had a fitness goal to complement your gaming?" He says, "I just started doing a push-up or sit-up matching the gamer score of each achievement I pop. But another example I can think of would be for every hour you game, you do an hour of cardio. Keep up the great work." Red Nonas, that's a really cool.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's a really cool idea.
I usually do the opposite.
What do you do?
Like every time I beat a game, I get a Big Mac.
To reward yourself.
McSpicy had a gaming treadmill set up.
It's still set up downstairs. I still have it set up downstairs. The limitation of that, so what I would do, this is before I had my Switch. It shows how often I've used this thing. No, but I went on Amazon and bought the crappiest, cheapest piece of junk treadmill I could find. It ended up being like $150. I don't know. So it's still kind of an investment. But then I went to Home Depot and got a shelf. And then I zip tied the shelf to the handles of the treadmill, and it's actually quite effective. I put my laptop on there and I stream it. The problem is streaming is kind of flaky sometimes from going from the Xbox to the laptop. What I do now is the Switch is actually pretty incredible for gaming because you can pull the controllers off and walk side by side.
Oh.
And the Switch is really good for that, right?
You'd be running like miles while doing stuff.
Yeah. I played Skyrim, and it was like 3 hours in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. I didn't even realize. So it's pretty
on
effective.
the treadmill.
On the treadmill.
So I feel
I can't run. I have to walk.
Yeah, I feel like on the treadmill, it's like walking and chewing gum. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, see if you do it
on
right,
a bike. I think a bike I could do easier.
A nice slow pace.
Okay.
Just walk, and I walked like I don't even know how many miles, and I was like I gotta go sit down. I was in the zone. I was taking out some orcs.
Yeah.
It was a good time. But yeah, I do like the in between matches doing push-ups and stuff. If you do 20 push-ups in between every match, if you have a gaming session of about an hour and a half, you've just done 160 push-ups, right?
Dude, that's good. That's really good.
It's really strong. The thing is, you got to be disciplined, but that's what exercise is. You have to be disciplined, right?
I mean, but if you think about it, this is where I think gamers get a bad rep. Gamers are good at being disciplined, just at this one thing, right? Diving into a game, beating it, doing all the achievements, doing all the quests, blah 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 blah. You just take that discipline and you apply it to exercise, or you apply it to eating. Anyways, that's a great question. I've never done anything gaming related. I'm just trying to get sexy.
No, it's really good. I do the push-ups when I remember. I hardly ever remember, but
yeah, that's a good one.
It's really good. And then you can do jumping jacks, or if you have a big enough room, you could do jump rope.
Oh, jump rope is fantastic.
If it's a nice big jump rope is
nothing beats jump rope.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And then you could just in between matches just do a minute and a half of jump roping and
even stretching. If you just did something like stretching, that would be good. That's great. Red Nonas, I love it. Thank you very much for sharing. If any of you are interested in getting in shape, in trying to get more healthy, Gamer Strength channel inside of our Discord. Come and join our Discord. Just go to XoneBros.com, hit the Discord button. The Gamer Strength channel is as alive as I've ever seen it before. Every day we're trying to keep each other accountable. Everyone's doing a really good job. Just before the show, I was saying Zulabus. I take a picture after I'm done running. So what I do is I'm lifting weights, and I'm trying to get 30 minutes of cardio in every single time I lift weights. And over time, hopefully, if I'm able to get back in shape, because, whoa, I'm the unhealthiest I've ever been as far as weight is concerned. But Zulabus, I take a picture of like the screen. It's like an iPad kind of thing on this treadmill that tells you how far you've run, what your distance, what your pace is. Zulabus has the same machine at his gym, and we're competing. In fact, he told me, because I think in 30 minutes I got like 3.5 miles, and he told me he was going to stop at 3 miles, but he had to catch me because I had already posted it. So he posted his up there. So come and join us. Gamer Strength. I mean, that's what we're there for. That's what positive gaming is all about. Helping keep each other accountable, get healthy.
I have one more thing. If you don't have room for jump rope, because you can only do push-ups. Like the next day when you're sore, you want to rest your muscles, or it's kind of dumb to do that, right?
Sure.
So Ronan says squats are good. Those are good.
Yeah. Just body squats without any weight, just yourself.
One of the things that I do that's really powerful in a short amount of time is sit up against a wall. So you stand next to a wall and slowly sit down until your knees are 90 degrees and hold that for it's hard. So just hold that for like a minute in between matches. Do that for an hour and a half, and that's your legs, right?
Yeah.
So there's lots of things that you can do with just your body weight.
Yeah, and I enjoy working out. So gaming is a way to relax, but working out for me is a way to get rid of stress. So I get rid of my stress, and I actually enjoy gaming more. So if you're not doing that, and maybe if you're in a slump, try exercising, and that you'll get out of your slump there, your gaming slump.
It's good. The endorphins. The hardest part for me is going to the gym, but once I'm at the gym, it's very rewarding, right? So, I need to lose weight.
Yeah,
we all do.
Me too.
Except Jordan.
My goal is to become America's next top underwear model.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. Hanes. I'm thinking of signing with Hanes.
I'm going to give you an achievement sound for that.
Thank you. Bye. Anyways, great question. Thank you very much, Red Nonas. Really appreciate it. Again, guys, come join us over on Discord. This is what positive gaming is all about. Helping each other out, achieve our goals, become better gamers, and better people in life in general. IRL, right?
Yeah.
You guys got any fun plans this week for gaming?
Just more games.
Just more games. I think I'm jumping harder into Ashen. There's also Avon Colony I would like to try too. That's like a city building space game. It's also on Game Pass. Pretty high reviews. I might jump into that. I'm really trying to jump into the Game Pass and discover games that I otherwise wouldn't have ever played.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the best things about Game Pass. I've said this before, with Steam sales, I buy the games and never play them. But with Game Pass, for some reason, I play them.
Yeah.
I go through, let's try that one. Let's try that one. And I enjoy it. It's awesome.
Can I also tell you my game plan for the future? So here's my game plan.
Yeah, let's hear
Here's the next games that I'm getting into. So right now,
okay,
Red Dead Redemption, I'm hitting that hard. I'm going to get 100% on that game. Then the next game after Red Dead Redemption is, for me, coming out February, the beginning of February, is Metro Exodus.
That'll be a fun one.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people are surprised. Why not Anthem? Anthem, I will jump in and out for multiplayer purposes, but I don't think I'm going to hit the campaign.
I think you will.
It's hard right now.
I have that whole week.
Here's the thing. I think you're going to see me and Jordan playing it, and then you're going to go, okay.
I just really am. I love the return of the single-player campaign, first-person shooters.
Yeah.
That's why Rage has me going. Doom, both Wolfensteins have been fantastic.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Anyways, so Metro's going to be about a month. right? And then Black Desert Online. And Black Desert Online, I figure, takes me about 3 months, and then Rage comes out. That's my game plan for the future there.
What are you going to be streaming? All these games, or...?
Yeah, that will be my primary stream schedule right
okay.
there. And Minecraft, I'm trying to do Minecraft once or twice a week. Let me tell you, the Minecraft realm, watch out, it's back. It's back in a big way. There is some cool building going on. If you want to join our Minecraft realm, just come over to Discord and join the Minecraft channel.
Barbara Blake,
my mind.
Barbara Blake was telling me that they finally finished the highway or whatever.
The highway does a complete loop. We took me on a tour on stream. I think it was like almost 40 minutes.
On the rails, right?
On the rails. Go around
with good traffic.
Whole thing. It's insane. It's like a wonder of the world, right? A world wonder.
We should have
when goes over ocean.
World wonder.
Can we somehow rig it so it plays It's a Small World after all while we do that for 40 minutes?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We got to figure that out.
Something.
No, because you can. Don't they have the tones on the records?
Tones and stuff.
Ding, 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 ding.
Make a ride. That would be really cool.
And have like rotating Pac-Mans and stuff like that. Would be fantastic.
High Warriors, a community exercise day. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, community exercise day. I mean, isn't that what we do at Gamer Strength?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But like an official one.
An official one. We're all going to work out.
We're all going to the mountains. Anyways, that does us, everybody. Thank you very much. We love hanging out with you guys each and every single week. Don't forget, go check out Gamer Daily News, gamerdailynews.com. It'll be your daily gamer news 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, under 10 minutes or less. I think you guys will like it. GamerDailyNews.com.
That's our new podcast.
We're going to have to get a command for that. Absolutely. Go check it out. New podcast. Think you guys will like it. Hopefully, it adds value to the gaming community. I think it will. We think it will. And with that, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here.
Let's hit that button.
Oh.
See you guys later.
What did you? Is that it? Oh, there's the countdown. I'm used to this other monitor. You just like, wait a minute, what? Is it full?
Jordan's like, see you later.
No, also don't forget.
Because you said
Well, don't forget, guys, to like us, rate us, review us, and subscribe to us on iTunes. It really helps us in the rankings. We're moving up every day. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one. You're good.
Thank you very much, guys. That was a blast. Oh, my goodness.
All the sparks start rolling in. Thank you, Vipers.
Oh, thank you.
Shane. See, I'm going to go up the list. All these sparkities.
The sparkles.
The spark try. Oh, man, there's a...
So, Ronan, this new patch must have broken those quests because I was able to do all those quests. That sucks, man.
Elzine, man.
That really sucks.
Shadow Fox. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm jumping in tomorrow. You should jump in. Oh, Ronan, you're working, right? Hey, Ronan, call in sick, man. Let's do... I'm a bad influence. Let's do Gun Rush tomorrow morning on stream.
What time do you stream on Saturdays?
So I get started anywhere between 6 and 8. It's basically whenever I wake up. And then I go till 11 or 12.
Yeah, okay. I wish I could play with you, but that's too early.
Well, what time do you wake up, man?
Like 10.
Oh, you still got a good hour to 2 hours.
Yeah, but when I wake up, I just lay there for a while. All right. But that's
Cooper says you can still do them. You just can't see where you're supposed to go. So they took away... So they didn't take away the glitches that there's no icon to tell you where to go. There's no spot on the map. What is that called? I don't know what that's called.
A blip?
A blip. No, it's a point.
A GPS point?
I don't know. I'm throwing a blank.
What are you talking about?
Exiled Legend, what's up?
Use your words. What are you talking about? On the map, what are we talking? So the other player's map dot?
Yeah, no, on a mission. That's what's broken. Ronan's not able to do missions that I know I was able to do, like Bonnie McFarlane's mission in online. I've done that mission twice now. Ronan says, I went where I'm supposed to go, looked up vids and everything. There's nothing there for the mission. Yeah, so it sounds like the new patch broke the missions.
That's pretty dangerous because you get people to play other games, you lose the hook, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's hard to get people to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. Waypoint, Brendiggy, Waypoint. Yes, there's no waypoint showing up.
Yeah,
interesting. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you very much, guys. I hope you guys. I don't know if you've had a chance to yet check out the Gamer Daily News. I hope you guys enjoy it. Monday through Friday, it's there. We did it this whole week. We set up for it, so there's 4 episodes up already. Go back, take a look. We're tweaking the format a little bit, but
as we go,
but it's always going to be under 10 minutes. Daily gaming news. We think it's a high value proposition. So we hope you guys enjoy it, though. We're trying to do more.
Yeah, do more.
Do more.
Do more.
Do me.
No.
Also, thank you guys for all the sparks. We went from we weren't even at 5 million to now we're 8 million. So we really appreciate that.
Cow. Yeah, and I would say what helps us to launch a new podcast is rate and review on iTunes.
And subscribe on iTunes.
And subscribe.
Now, if you're not able to, if you have an Android, that's fine. Listen wherever you can. But if you have an iPhone or you're in the iOS system at all, or even if you have iTunes on your desktop, go and subscribe to us there. The more subscriptions, the more ratings, the more reviews, all at once really bumps you up.
It's like a focus point. If we do it all at the same time, it goes whoop.
And especially being a brand new podcast, that really bumps us up. So we think we can get this podcast up there with the big boys.
R56 Cooper, can you guys see reviews from outside the U.S.? I think so,
yeah.
right?
No, we can see reviews from anywhere. Absolutely. I think it's worldwide. The internet knows no bounds.
It does not. Well, Australia is kind of like a huge island in the middle of nowhere.
This is true. It's actually considered a continent.
I know, but let's be real.
I think technically,
it's a really big island.
Yeah.
Everything else is sort of connected to each other. That's the one that's just like out there.
This is true. LZ Man says, just subbed to the new podcast. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let us know feedback. If there's anything you think we can do better, let us know. Or, we always take constructive criticism.
According to the flat earthers, we are well-paid NASA people. That's funny. Well, yeah, because don't they have a station? Doesn't NASA have a station down there?
In Australia?
Yeah. Because of
the rotation. The rotation of the Earth, right? That's why it's in Texas?
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah.
And there's one... Isn't there one... Where's the other one? Isn't there one in, like, Europe?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of, like, where the Justice League meet.
I mean, we basically own space.
We basically own it. According to my Star Trek documentaries that I watch.
Yeah, if you have any feedback, Red Notice, DM me. And that would be the best way to send me feedback. Keep in mind, we're tweaking it, so take a listen. Monday will be the next one. But take a listen. Let us know what you guys think. Hope you enjoy it. But yeah, subscribe on iTunes, rate and review us, and we really and share it with your friends. Also, share it with your friends everywhere. Social media, you can. That will really help us.
That helps
We
us.
think we can get up there with the big boys. With the XoneBros, we actually, with this podcast, last year, for the year, we were ranked in the world in video games in the top 30. So we think that's a huge accomplishment, and we're just going to go up, especially as the Xbox becomes more popular, which I think with the next console, it's all the momentum's there, so that's exciting. But anyways, we're going to leave you now with our credits, with the producer credits and our Patreon credits. This is anybody, these first credits you're about to see are our producer credits. This is for anybody that supports us for $20 or more. Now, if
on Patreon.
Now, if you've pledged to us in the middle of a month or at the beginning of a month, your credit will go on the first of the next month. We update them every month because it just takes so much work. Sometimes it's hard to keep track and do it all the time. So if we have a couple people who have pledged, your credit's not there. It will be there on February 1. For producer credits.
Is the final goal to do this full-time, Fitzy? Absolutely.
Yes.
And I want also people feeding me grapes while I play video games. That's no, just kidding. It really is
the goal.
That's the goal. We want to do this. I mean, we have goals to do multiple shows throughout the week, multiple playthroughs, let's plays, all that stuff. And that's
where the studio comes in, because it'll just enable us to focus on creating, which will be
content.
Awesome.
Yeah, we all have full-time jobs, right? So it's super super stressful. And I had a really stressful week. Ridiculous.
I mean, this after this week, everything calms down for me. But the beginning of a school year, or school semester, super stressful. Yeah. Anyways, we thank you very much, guys. We appreciate you. We love you. We love all the support. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you very much. Let's roll this. And have a good week. We will see you guys later. But let's roll to some producer credits.
Okay, sounds good.
See you guys later.
See you, everybody. We love you very much.
Boom.